This is an exhibition that we put together to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the First World War, and it's been touring up and down the country for the last 2 years, and York Army Museum is one of the final stops on that tour, and it tells the story of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle and his campaign for body armour during the First World War. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, like many other people, was very concerned with the number of casualties being suffered by the British Army on the Western Front. He'd suffered quite a few family losses, family members, family friends. And when the Times newspaper published some articles on the use of body armour and helmets in France, he was one of a number of people who wrote in and asked what the British government were doing. He was unsatisfied with the response he got, and so he began to press for the development of helmets, body armour and shields. Conan Doyle was very interested in getting bulletproof body armour and shields developed that would help British soldiers cross no man's land, the distance between the British trenches and the German trenches, and enable them to complete the first phase of the attack successfully. He then thought that the body armour would be dropped, the shields would be dropped, and the troops would then go on to their secondary objectives. So he saw it very much as merely a means of getting the British troops from their starting point to the German frontline trenches, overcoming the deadly machine gun fire and artillery fire, and then they would be able to go on from there. There's very little evidence of the campaign until you start digging. We were lucky enough to find out about it through letters that we bought at auction a few years ago. And then when we looked into the background story, we found the letters in the Times that he'd written, letters that other people had written, and that encouraged us to delve a bit further into the National Archives and the Parliamentary Archives, which really unravelled the whole story of his campaign that he fought all the way through the war, right up until 1980.